Hello, 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 friends and neighbors. It's me, a kick to the head. We are back, Farming Sim 17, and we're in the great American Outback. And I thought we'd start a new series. This would be a not necessarily full series like the my other one, but it'd be more for the bigger fields and to give the test to the big bug pack. Big bud. Try to say that 10 times fast. So I did pick that up. So I thought we would give a big American style map a try. And this will be just, just a temporary series. Nothing major, nothing big. Unless, we end up liking this one more than the other one. In which case, then we may pick this up and make it into a full-time series. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well. But we're going to get started. We take a look at the map here. The only field that we currently own is field 1, and it comes unplowed and everything. So you can see that we got just over $1 million. What we're going to do is we're going to start these 3 cases right here on this field. Then we're going to do some buying and see what we can get into. Purchase a couple of fields and stuff. So what we'll do is we'll get this bad boy fired up. Let us bring up the HUD. That's all fine. Let's go back. We want to turn that way. Let's go that. We'll go up and down. The rest of that is fine. Okay, we'll close that off and we'll hire him up. We'll let him go ahead and start plowing everything. And the reason why we're plowing is, if you look at the thing here, it needs to be plowed. So we're going to go ahead and plow it straight off. We're going to let him go. And then what we'll do is we'll wait till he does a couple passes. Then we'll turn the cultivator loose. And then finally we'll do the same thing with the seeder. And that way they just go up and down. And hopefully they won't get in each other's way. And we'll just bring this over here. And then what we'll do, like I said, we'll go ahead and we'll buy a couple fields. And we'll look at some of the equipment and stuff and see what we can get into. So if you take a look at we probably won't go with the biggest tractor for a big bud yet. We'll probably start out with this one, which is 225,000, quarter of a mil. We'll probably start out with that one. That's 500 horsepower. So it'd be plenty big enough to start with, and that's 1,100 horsepower, but we won't go there quite yet. But we'll probably start out here on the small one. And then, of course, we'll get the plow and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure if we want that big one there, but the cultivator for sure. Let's see. These are here. These are all the big bud. Probably go, I like this one here, 24 meter, 18 meter. So we can use this one instead of a plow. So we could get this here and it will act as both the cultivator and the plow. It's only 8 meters, but I think it's okay. I think this is probably what we'll go with. And yeah, we'll look at the seeder, and apparently I'm in his way. Let's get him started up this way. Hopefully that'd be enough. Might need one more pass, but we'll give it a try. Let's bring up the control panel. See, we're going the wrong way. We want that way. We want up and down. And I want... Let's take a look here. We want... Let's do straight reverse. See what that does. Okay. And let's go ahead and we'll get him started. And it should make it fairly decent for us. If we take a look here, yeah, we don't have no fertilization on it, but we don't have no fertilization yet to put on there. No kind of manure or slurry or anything of that nature. But hopefully they won't get in each other's way here now. Hopefully this will work out. Hopefully we got the gap just right. Looks good. It's overlapping a lot, but that's okay. Now let's come over here to the seeder. We'll get it in place. And you can see we're going to start with soybeans to begin with. We'll wait for them just to get going again. And hopefully this will work out the way I'm imagining it will. The only thing I don't particularly care for about this map is it's so brown and yellow. It reminds me a lot of like Arizona, New Mexico, stuff like that. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll get him started right up here. And do the same thing. We need to make sure everything's correct. There we go. Go ahead and get him started. Now it looks like the cultivator and the plow might have an issue here. It looks like the cultivator is much faster than the plow. So they, excuse me, they may hit coming up over here. So we'll kind of keep an eye on it and see what happens here. And then I need to see, I don't know if there's missions are enabled on this map or not, but we'll check it out and see. So he's coming along okay there. He should have enough room here. It might be a little close, but he's going to be right up behind him now though. So we may have to pause this shortly. What we could do is stop him right here. Yeah, we're going to stop him here, and then we'll stop the seeder there as well. And while I'm thinking about it, let us just go, let's do plant growth off for the time being. Let's go ahead and get rid of him here for a minute. Let's drive him right over here. There we go. And do the same thing with this one. We'll stop them for just the time being. Just like this. Okay, let us quickly check see if missions are done in this map or not. So if we look over here, here's our main farm. Let's jump over and check number 2. And missions are enabled. Right now it costs us 151,000. So let's go ahead and we will start the mission just to try to get the price down a little bit for us. So let's go ahead and we'll start this up. Like I said, it won't take us long with this big header and stuff here. And it's just to get the price down a little bit. Okay, we'll get that lift up. We'll connect those up if it will let us. There we go. And let's see, where do we want to start? Let's start over there. We'll switch back to that, open this up. And if I'd stop hitting the wrong button. See, the problem is I've got my mic right in front of my face, so I'm just doing the keys by feel and by memory and stuff where they're at, and sometimes I hit the wrong key. So we'll get this fired up, and let's start this. And then what we'll do is we'll do as many missions that will allow us to do on here, and then we'll go ahead, well, depending on what it wants us to plant and everything, if it'll allow us to do it. And then what we'll do is we'll purchase this field outright, and then we'll look at getting some equipment. So those of you don't know much about the American Outback map, you can check out my FS15 series on it. Now there's some stuff that were in Farming Sim 15 that's I don't believe is in this one. They had some nice moonshine factories and some nice greenhouses and stuff of that nature. I don't know if they're in this map or not. I don't believe they are, but we can do a map tour as well next episode. Like I said, this is just going to be a mini series, so to speak. It's not going to be a full-fledged series unless you guys want to see a full-fledged series on this. Okay, let me switch this around to there. And let's go ahead and we'll go inside. Well, you got a really restricted view here. Missed a little bit there, but that's okay. Yeah, you got a big restricted view in this cab. Yeah, we're going to get off again if we're not careful. But yeah, this won't take us long at all to do this field with this big header on it. We'll get this done. And when we finish this one, we'll jump back over and we'll check to see how the plowing is getting along, and we'll start the cultivator, and we'll come back, do another mission, then we'll jump back and start the seeder. I think that would be enough separation between them so they don't run into any problems, I'm believing. Just this. Back around here. Even with this big header, it does still seem like it's taking a little bit. Now, I'm curious. I don't know if it's because we're doing a mission and it's not really technically our field, the reason why the chopped straw is not showing on the field, or maybe this map is not set up for chopped straw. We'll have to test when we have our own field with a grain in there that will leave the straw behind. But what we're going to try to do is, like I said, we're going to go strictly American type machinery as much as we can. So it'll be like cases, internationals, of course the big bud pack, Challenger and stuff of that nature we'll utilize the most. Now I know they have New Holland as well, quite a bit in America, so we'll utilize New Holland and stuff as well, and the Fords and stuff of that nature. But we'll stay away from the Fence and the Valtras and stuff like that. Although, from last I heard, they do have Valtra quite a bit in America now. I don't know that for a fact. I'd have to research it, but I believe they do. But we'll definitely stay away from the Fence and the Mercedes and Lamborghinis and stuff of that nature. Boy, 6 miles an hour, as fast as this thing will go. Hopefully this won't take too long. Hopefully the plowing won't be completely done. I doubt it will be, but we'll have to check it out and see. But yeah, it's a nice map other than the colors. I mean, the colors for me ain't the best. And if we open up the map, you can see that it's really large. And look at the fields and stuff, especially like fields 18, 19. They're both long and wide. 7 and 8, they're not as wide, but they're really long. Stuff of that nature. So it is a big map. And right over around field 18, the shop area and stuff, that was where the greenhouse was. And over by just to the east, or correction, just to the west of field 8 by the sheep and area and stuff right there. Close to that area is where the moonshine factory was. So, and I don't see any of that. The fields are quite laid out differently than what they were in the Farming Sim 15 version. You can see the spinnery down below. And it looks like the main farm itself has been moved down a little bit as well. Because from where I remember, the main farm was up by where the sheep were, I think. Because there was the Valley Grains. I think they were down south more. I don't know. You'd have to check. Like I said, we'd have to check the Farming Sim 15 series, because I did a big series on that, on Farming Sim 15. That was what my main series was on, was this map here. Spin back around. Now this would give us halfway. And I wish it would go a little faster, but it's not. Okay, let's go ahead and hide that map. We'll get this part done. And it looks like they have the pigs right there. So they get the chickens right up there. They've got the pigs right there, and it looks like they got the cattle right on the other side. So they did move the animals by there, because on the Farming Sim 15 map, right over there where the pigs and the sheep were, was our first field that we owned. Or the pigs and the cows, rather. That was our first field. Okay, just over halfway done now, but it looks like we're more than halfway. Get this part finished. Then we'll jump over and we'll get the cultivator started. There we go. Let me take a drink. Perfect. So a couple more passes, I think we'll be good to go. Trying to get off a little bit. Let's get just over a little bit more. There we go. And I haven't checked to see what we had in stores. Let's check this real fast. Well, let's do it this way. This will be easier. And then spin this around. So it looks like we've got some wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybean, and corn. The typical starting grains and starting fruits that you typically start with. I don't know how much we have in each, but we could check. But you can see canola and sunflower. Look at soybean. Soybean and canola is quite high. I mean, the soybean and the sunflower, as well as the canola. But we'll check about getting, yeah, well, we're planting soybean now, so that's good. And we start out with a little combine, so we'll probably sell that. We'll probably sell a couple of the cases, and we'll probably go with either like a JCB or a Challenger, as well as the smaller big bud to start with. Okay, this should put us at 3/4 of the way, and then we're almost done then. Field's actually bigger than I thought it was. I don't think it's that the field itself is as big as I think it is. It's this combine is super slow, it seems like. You can't go any faster than 6. Typically you can get up closer to 8 to 10, I believe. And that extra couple miles an hour make a difference. There we go. Get rid of that, come back around. Go. Yes, what's nice about this is the wheat and barley is much higher than what it is on our other map that we're playing, Thornton Farms. There it was. For the life of me, I was trying to remember the name of it, and I finally caught it. Thornton Farms, yeah. So prices seem a little lower on Thornton Farms than it does here. Come on, we're almost there. Get this part done so we can get back over there and get the cultivator and the seeder going. And then we'll go purchase some equipment, I think. There we go. And hopefully coming all the way up here toward the end will almost be enough. We'll have to come back a little ways, but I don't think it would have to be the full distance. We'll have to see. Just quarter of a pie left, a little less, about 1/8 of a pie left. Get this part done. And then what we can do is, like I said, we'll jump back over. We will get the cultivator started. Then we'll jump over to the shop, pick up a vehicle and some equipment, and then we'll do a quick tour of the map. I think that's what we'll do. And I'll buy this field and do some more missions and do this field offline to buy the field. And then when we come back, we'll have some fields ready to go, and we'll start utilizing the big bud equipment and start plowing and fertilizing and seeding. Like I said, a lot of this will just be a mini type series. You know, most of this will be done offline, and it will only do special things like when we branch off into the animals and get all them going, etc. This will just be the, a short series, mini series, maybe 10 episodes, unless you guys want to see more, of course, and then we can change it to a full series. But I'm shooting for about 10 episodes on this series. And we're almost done. Just a sliver left right now. Is it going to make it? No, of course not. I have to come back just a little bit. The little pests that we missed out there probably would have done it. There it is. So got about 20,000. There we go. And what else he's got for us? Yeah, of course that. So let's jump back over to here. We'll get the cultivator going now. Plow is not quite far as long as I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's just make sure this is still set up. It is. Let him go. And I think we can start the seeder now as well, because I think the seeder may be a little slower than the cultivator. So I think we'll be able to start that as well. Go ahead and get him started. Okay, we'll let them go. Let us go to the shop. And where's our map at? Here it is. And the shop is right up here, so let's go visit the shop. Right here. And let's see. We'll go ahead and get the one big bud we were talking about to start with. We'll get this one. We'll select that one. We'll buy that one. Yes. Okay. We want that one cultivator for sure. So we come to here and we'll pick this one up, because this one you can use instead of the plow. It's only 8 meters versus 18.2 meters. Should we also get a plow? Because 8 meters. You know what? We'll give this a try to start with. Okay. And now let's look at some trucks. Not these. I want these. So probably go with, not sure what this mod is, and that price is very unrealistic. So let's try this. We'll go with the flatbed pickup to start with. We'll select that. I want a rear hitch for sure. Let's go with the 385 horse. We'll change the main color to that. And let's go rim color that. That's fine. And let's go. Don't know what the difference between those are. Let's go stock interior. Let's just do away with the chrome. We'll do that. There we go. Okay, and whoa, froze. Helper A's blocked by an object, and we got some serious frame droppage right there. Let's jump over, see who's blocked by what. No one seems to be blocked. Everyone seems to be okay. Cedar might be catching him. So there's the big bud, the small version. And the modeling is awesome in this one. I got to give Giants credit for this one. The modeling is really nice on there. I mean, it is remarkable, the modeling. So I do like the modeling a lot. So let's jump over to the pickup. Okay. Check this one out. Yeah, just regular stock interior. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look around the map. If we pull this up, see in the old map of Farming Sim 15, the sheep were up here. And there was also a sell point here. The greenhouses were all over here. These were all greenhouses. And there was a railroad track that came along through here too. Okay, we'll just come out, we'll take a look. And before we get too carried away, let's turn all those on. Otherwise, it's going to throw us. Wow, this thing is super fast and touchy. Yeah, that's 115 miles an hour, 114. So we got a sell point here. Sell point right there. Got fields planted there. The town itself was over there, but let's continue down this way. We'll see what's on this side of the map. If we look at the map here, we are here. Looks like there's a gas station there. It looks like the animal buy point. See, it doesn't look like it really has the town anymore unless this is the town itself here. Let's go check the biogas plant. Yeah, it looks like this map doesn't have as near the many sites and additions as the Farming Sim 15 version did. And we're getting some massive frame loss from something. I don't know if it's this mod or what, but I wasn't experiencing that before, but now I am. So I don't know if it's the Big Bud pack maybe or this mod here. So this is the biogas plant. Just your typical biogas plant that you can do. Let's see, where's the, does it take wood chips here? Doesn't look like it takes wood chips. So you got your regular silage clamps. And then you've got your fertilizer here. Your silage drop in there, I mean, to make the fertilizer. But I don't see... There's my phone. Oh, wow. This is horrible. Okay, so yeah, this gets a bad frame drop. So this is the small town. Okay, it does have the small town then. Nothing major. You can see the buildings from Goldcrest Valley here. Another sell point there. Yeah, it's definitely the same buildings as from Goldcrest Valley, so nothing new, nothing proprietary to the mod maker. And coming across this field here, this bridge here, right over here is where the moonshine was, right in here. This is where the moonshine factory was, right there. Yep. Moonshine factory was right here. This field right here is when you reset your equipment. Would all come into this field right over here. And if we came down over here, this went to the main farm. You got your railroad tracks here, sell point there, and then your main farm here. And if you come down this road here, this was your main field that you started with right here. And then right here was your grain silo, and there was a button you pushed and it opened up the metal doors on the road. You dumped your stuff in here, then you push the button and close the doors back up. But here's the main farm. You can see there's quite a bit of storage areas. There's the combine we're going to sell. Our fuel tanks over there. Here's our water tank here. This is where we get water from. Lots of storage, as you can see. We're going to sell that combine. It's going to be too small. Here's the barn to sell the wool, or the straw rather, the grass hay bales. And back over here was a slurry pit, but it doesn't look like it's there anymore. There was a slurry pit here, and it's no longer there. I'm wondering if that's because we've got the animals now on the farm here. Yeah, looks like we got slurry. That must be for the cows over there. This is for the pigs. So we've got the feeding place, the water place. I'm guessing the straw will be... Where would the straw be? Around the other side, maybe? So that's water, and that's food up there. So do you have the straw back over here somewhere? Right here, yeah. Right here will be the straw. And it'll be the same thing for the cattle probably. So we got here, I'm guessing here's the offload the animals. This will be to offload them. At least the cattle. I'm not sure what would be for the pigs. Probably right here. Yeah, right there be for the pigs. That's where you load and unload them. There's the liquid manure here, solid manure. Then you've got your food trays, your power food, and water is going to be over there, it looks like. So your water will be here. Yep, water and probably TMR here, TMI to power food here. So that's that looking it. Okay, let's jump over and we'll check them one more time. We'll drive over there real fast, check them, see how they're doing, and we'll end our series. Well, we'll end the episode at least, not the series. Don't want to drive off of the bridge. And then we'll take a right here. I wonder if there's a train on this one. On Farming Sim 15 there was a train. And then we'll just pull right up into here. Yeah, it looks like it's being successful. It looks like the gapping was just right. Plow will be done shortly. And he's on his way. So I'm going to leave it there, ladies and gents. Thank you for joining me on this. Like I said, it's just going to be a mini series. Be sure to leave all your comments and suggestions right down there below. Let me know what you think of this map, if this is something that you want to see either the full series or just a mini series on. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you liked the video, please make sure you like it, share it with your friends, family, and until next time, I'm gonna kick to the head. This has been the American Outback. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye bye. Say bye, Philip. Bye.